What's good, everybody? It's your boy Todd Smith here once again, alongside my tag team partner Dale Clifford out there in Fernley, Nevada. Welcome to yet another episode of the No Gimmicks podcast on the 3 and Out Radio Network. Dale, what's good, my man?
Well, there for a while, I was thinking WWE No Mercy 2017, and then we had the back hour of that show and the disastrous booking of the end of that the main event.
Yes, could not have said any better myself. So welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly, dislike or like edition of No Mercy 2017. So we're going to do a quick recap here. So let's start off with the first match. We had The Miz, the Intercontinental Champion, taking on Jason Jordan. So for me, I would have to say my like for this match would be Jason Jordan actually was booked to look strong in a losing effort, and nice showing out of those two Northern Light suplexes they chained together. Dale, what's your thoughts?
Well, I just like the match because Jason Jordan lost. I'm not on Jason Jordan at all. 100% is like, I get that some people are tired of the way that Miz wins because he never wins clean, but I'm like, this is Miz's career. It's like he's built a career out of winning this way. And as you saw, it was like the crowd erupted on the skull-crushing finale for Jason Jordan losing. Jason Jordan is supposed to be the face in this match. It is time for them to go in a different direction with him. See if they make the switch with him faster than they do with Roman Reigns. Agreed.
Not strong promo work out of him after the show or after the match concluded either. So moving on to the next match, we have Finn Balor taking on Bray Wyatt. So for me, I'd have to say my dislike for this match is, as much as I'm kind of enjoying the storyline between Finn and Bray Wyatt, I think it's a lot more effective when it's Demon Finn Balor taking on Bray Wyatt rather than Mortal Finn taking on Bray Wyatt. What's your thoughts on that?
I know this one was so hard for me to grade, obviously, sporting the Bray Wyatt t-shirt. Also, I've known numerous support for Finn Balor, so it's me kind of liking the way both guys hard to grade a like-dislike in this one because obviously I feel there's a like for Finn winning, but there's also a dislike for Bray losing. And there it is again, Bray on the short end of another feud. But my like from this was the fact that Finn looks like he might be gaining some of the momentum that he's lost from the shoulder injury. But here was my joke to this. Everybody's like, oh, there it is that Bray lost to normal Finn Balor. It's like he wasn't normal. He was wearing gray tonight.
Ah, yes. Nice new duds, I must say. I liked his new ring gear that he was sporting tonight. So good pointing that out there, Dale. So moving on to the next match from No Mercy 2017, we had Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, the WWE Raw Tag Champs, taking on The Bar, comprised of Cesaro and Sheamus. So for me, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. That super power bomb that was delivered by Cesaro, where he took Rollins and just literally just used him almost like as a human projectile, and he landed onto a prone Dean Ambrose who was laying there on the mat. That was just sick. That's like one of the coolest spots I've seen out of a series of matches that these two have had. Dale, what do you have to say about this one?
Well, that's the thing. It's like you think about the big spot that they had earlier in the match at SummerSlam, I want to say, was the same spot, but Seth hit the Hurricane Rana. This time, Cesaro caught it, and they turned it into the power bomb. So absolutely two fantastic spots from these matches, and these four absolutely work well together. I would like to see one more match out of these guys. I don't know where we go from here, though, now.
Yeah, be kind of cool maybe possibly get a stipulation match out of these guys here. So moving on next, we had Alexa Bliss, who was a Raw Women's Champion, taking on Nia Jax, also Emma, Sasha Banks, and Bayley, what was a fatal five-way for the Raw Women's title. So for this one, I would have to say my like would be Nia taking the assisted powerbomb, which required all four women, where she got powerbombed from the apron to the floor, and like literally she got folded up so much she almost kneed herself in the face. I just thought that was just a sick spot from that match. Dale, what did you have to say about this one?
Yeah, strong work here is like where they use the four smaller women to gang up and do certain things to Nia Jax. And obviously, we had Alexa Bliss retain here. Got to get that in there as the mention. But definitely, as we see forward, one of the things that kind of came out in No Mercy was the basically the reveal that Asuka is going to come at TLC. So kind of feel like Is she getting a title shot right away with Alexa? What is she going to do here now? So that's kind of the interesting thing where we go from here.
Yes, because, since she never officially lost, her streak is still active, even coming to the main roster. So will she take the title if it happens that way, or will she get her first loss on the main roster? So we'll just have to tune in and find out. So in the next match here, we had Roman Reigns taking on John Cena. For this one, I would just have to say my dislike would be the absolute booking of this match and the outcome as well. I don't like the whole repetitive usage of finishers. I mean, literally, it was overkill. John Cena must have hit him with at least about 10 attitude adjustments, which Roman Reigns kept on kicking out from, and then he repeatedly used the Superman punch. And then, of course, I've never, ever held my tongue. I'm not a Roman Reigns supporter, not a fan of his at all. So, I knew it probably was going to end up this way, but I would have liked to have seen John Cena come out on top. Dale, what's your thoughts?
Well, I do think it's like obviously in the big scheme of WWE, this is the way it had to go. It was like this is the passing of the torch match. But that was just the thing. It's like John Cena hit Roman Reigns with how many attitude adjustments? And you had Roman Reigns hit John Cena with 2 spears because technically he did the one through the announce table. Although I do think Roman Reigns technically took the worst of that spear on the floor than the one that finished the match. So you're kind of like, I feel like Roman Reigns got beat up more in this match, and he ends up winning.
Yeah. When he speared him through the table, Roman almost landed directly on his head. It almost looked more like John Cena caught him and DDT'd him through the table more so than spear. Yeah, that was nasty indeed. So now our next match here from No Mercy 2017, we had Neville, the king of the Cruiserweights, also the WWE Cruiserweight champion, taking on Enzo. So about the only thing I can really say positive about this match is I absolutely love Enzo's leaping DDT that he delivered, where he actually came off the top ropes and spiked Neville with a DDT. That was some pretty smooth execution there. Other than that, I didn't really like much else about this match. Dale, your thoughts?
Right. No, this match is a full dislike except for Enzo's DDG, which is what I believe that they called it. I thought that was very good. I have a couple other comments related to Enzo in the final wrap-up of No Mercy, but this match did absolutely nothing. Is like, and I dislike it again because Neville is just getting placed in absolutely terrible positions. He's either on the kickoff show or he's in the dreaded match right before the main event.
Yep,
and, basically, and on top of it, he lost to freaking Enzo Amore.
Yes, I need not say anymore, but I will just say this: that's what's always been known kind of as the bathroom break match. And it used to be kind of dedicated to the women's match before the women actually went to the Revolution and they actually began to get taken more seriously. But moving on here to our main event from No Mercy 2017, we have Brock Lesnar, who's the WWE Universal Champion, taking on the Monster Amongst Men, Braun Strowman. So my major dislike for this match is the fact that it followed almost the same exact formula from what we saw from Reigns and Cena. We saw Braun Strowman repeatedly deliver his power slam, rather than the other 2 adjustment, and then Brock literally hits him with the F5 maybe like once or so in order to win the match. Some good selling from out of Brock Lesnar in his match, including that choke slam spot that he took from Strowman. But yeah, not a whole lot that I really care for in this match. Dale, what's your thoughts?
No, full dislike here. This you have been building Braun Strowman properly for this moment. I get WWE's ultimate big scheme plan is Universal Championship match, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, but we're in September. Braun Strowman is the hottest thing going in WWE right now. Put the title on him. It can't hurt you. If there is no interest, guess what? You got pay-per-views coming up before WrestleMania, plenty of them, to take it off of him again.
Yeah.
It's like absolutely dislike just this fact. Is like that's the thing. It's like Braun Strowman hit Brock with numerous power slams and took one F5. It's like they're making the F5 the end all be all of finishers.
And that was a very weakly executed F5 there. I mean, I've seen him deliver the F5 on the Big Show and made it look more impactful and more dominant than what I saw.
They're setting this up to be the F5 versus the Spear. Who's going to win at WrestleMania?
Yep. Whip, yippee! I can't wait. I'm elated with excitement. Can you tell how excited I am for that match there? Anyhow, so now it's the time of the program where we give our good, our bad, and our ugly for the overall showing of WWE No Mercy 2017. So for me, I would have to say my bright spot in the good, the tag team match for Raw titles. I think those four absolutely killed it out there tonight. Good showing by all four members from both the guys from the Shield and the Bar. Dale, what's your thoughts on your good?
You know what? I'm pretty close. It's like I kind of want to agree that was a good match of the night, one of the tag team matches of the year. I also want to say it's like another good that we could highlight was this women's match. It was fantastic out of the women tonight, as well as like they did another good job of elevating themselves back in this revolution moment for them. So
yes, it's tough to disagree on that. So now for my bad, I would have to say I felt the booking for Cena versus Reigns and also Strowman versus Lesnar was just lazy and repetitive. Dale, what do you have for your bad?
My bad is the fact that Braun Strowman did not walk out WWE Universal Champion. It's like this was the pristine moment to do it. It's like he has all the momentum in the world. He's just crushing everybody. Because now you're like, oh, it's like we're not done with Braun Strowman. It's like, well, we kind of are now. It's like, where does he go here? It's like he's going to crush the rest of the roster, but he can't beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, exactly. So now for my ugly, I think this is the obvious one here. The close-ups of Cesaro's face post-tooth loss. Now, he'll be leaving some half teeth underneath the pillow for the tooth fairy to come and collect overnight. But yeah, Dale, what's your thoughts on the ugly for this one?
Yeah, again, very hard to go against that one. It's like when a dude takes a spot to himself, it's like slingshot into the turnbuckle posts and kind of fails, you could say, in being able to protect himself and catches the steel post into his mouth to where it busts out two of his teeth. Very hard to disagree with that one. So, but I wanted to give another one because I took a shot at it as soon as I saw Enzo Amore come out. I was like, Beetlejuice.
Yep. I saw someone on social media mention that as well. Yes, I don't know what the hell that guy was thinking when he walked out of the locker room wearing that. So it's time for your favorite part of the program, Dale. On the No Gimmick Scale, from 1 to 5, what do you give No Mercy 2017?
Man, 4 or 5 matches in, I was trending to a 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think by the end of the night here, it's kind of got to resonate to a 3. It's like it can't nosedive completely from being at the level of a 4 to too much farther. But it was top quality for over half of the show, but it ended poorly, so that drops me to a 3.
Okay. I'll be a little lenient on this one because I know I tend to be harsher on WWE pay-per-views, and the Raw ones really have not been that great since the brand split. So I'm just going to go a sliver above what you gave it. I'm going to give it a 3.25 because I thought the first 5 matches delivered and kept me interested. But I'll be dead honest with you. The moment that we hit Cena versus Reigns, I watched the show on my 60-inch television, laying on my couch, and that's when I started to almost kind of doze off and fall asleep. And I had to kind of like sit back up and wake myself back up. I lost interest during that match, and my interest never peaked. So I'm kind of almost glad that, like once that match was over with, the other 2 kind of got over fairly quickly.
Yeah, that was just the thing. There was so much momentum coming into John Cena and Roman Reigns, and then it just felt like by the end of the night, it was all gone.
Yeah.
The momentum No Mercy had going into the final 3 matches was here, and by the time it ended, it was here.
Yeah. Agreed. So, hey, one thing is for sure. We can sit here and talk about WWE No Mercy 2017 all night long, but unfortunately, we have come to the end of this episode of No Gimmicks Podcast. So thank you for tuning in for our like or dislike edition of The Good and Bad and the Ugly for WWE No Mercy 2017. We are No Gimmicks, No Image, all wrestling all the time. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share on our videos.